Okay, everybody, so I'm going to give you one of my favorite recipes today. This is for pork chops. And if you've cooked with pork chops enough, you know that they often can become dry and really don't taste so good. So the key to changing that up is putting them in a brine solution. I have done this for the last probably 6 or 7 years, and this is the only way I make pork chops now. You have to plan a little bit in advance because you need to make the brine about 24 hours before you make the pork chops. But it's well worth it, trust me. And if you have been around me long enough, then you already have this recipe. So what you do is take a pot and put half a cup of kosher salt. That's really important, not table salt, kosher salt in the pot. Half a cup of brown sugar, a couple swigs of rosemary, and then about 20 little black peppercorns, and 2 cups of water. Bring that to a boil and stir it until the salts and the sugar dissolve. And once they dissolve, go ahead and put 2 cups of ice cold water in there. And once your brine is cooled off, sometimes I put it in the fridge and let it get nice and cold. Once it's cooled off, you're going to take that brine and put it into a bowl that is not a reactive bowl. So I'm using a glass bowl. I'm using actually one of my mom's old bowls. And then you're going to take your pork chops. Now, I always use bone-in pork chops. I like to grill them, usually, I would say. So bone-in is the way to go. And these are from a friend of mine who I bought half a pig from this year. So they are locally raised and so good. If you have not purchased pig or pork like that before, oh my gosh, go do it. It's fantastic. And I will be sure to put her link below in the comments. So you're going to take your pork chops and you're going to press them into that brine. And I'm going to make sure that brine fully covers my meat. I'm going to show you this. So it fully covers my meat. I might even take a plate, a small plate, and stick it on there to keep them submerged. Then you're going to put some plastic wrap over the top of that and pop it into the fridge. Now, they should really sit in the brine for at least 12 hours. So it's 2 p.m. on Sunday. I'm going to pop them into the fridge. And tomorrow about 2 or 3, I'll pull them out and I'm going to grill them up. And they are fabulous. What I do is I take them out of the brine and I put a little olive oil on top of them and I just grill them, and they grill up in about 5 minutes. And they're fantastic. You might wonder if they're super salty. Well, the whole process with brining is the idea of osmosis. So this really salty water meets this meat that's not salty at all, and the water gets fills the meat up and makes it really juicy to begin with. So when you go to grill it, it loses some moisture, but then it's actually quite juicy. And it's not super salty. Yes, there is some salty flavor in the meat, but it's not overwhelming salty flavor. And all that salt is actually not in the meat. It is drawn out. So I'm sure something on the internet could explain the whole process of osmosis and brining a lot better than I can. But brining your pork chops will change your world. So I will put my recipe in the comments below, and I'll also put my friend's link who sells the local pork, and let me know how it goes. Okay, see ya.